Hi, I'm David Meganson with OCHA's Center for Humanitarian Data, and I'd like to welcome you to our first training video for Hexel, the Humanitarian Exchange Language. Hexel defines simple hashtags that you can add to your existing humanitarian datasets to make them more interoperable. There's no need to learn new tools or to change the way you work. In this short introductory video, you will learn about two major parts of Hexel, the hashtag and the attribute, and how you can add them to your spreadsheets or APIs. The Hexel hashtag is a general category of information, like a country or population. The Hexel attribute refines the meaning of a hashtag to make it more specific, like the country of origin or the female population. Adding hashtags and attribute to your data is simple. First, take a humanitarian dataset, such as a spreadsheet. Second, insert an empty row between your headers and the actual data. Third, add Hexel hashtags in the new empty row. There is no need to add a hashtag for every column. Just add hashtags to the columns that are important. You are probably already familiar with hashtags from social media like Twitter. Social media hashtags usually describe the subject or theme of a posting. In this example, the hashtags show that this tweet is about the Rohingya and about refugees. Hexel hashtags are similar to social media hashtags, but instead of describing the theme of a posting, they describe the theme of the data in a column. Let's take this simple data set as an example. We've already added a new empty row for the hashtags. Now, what is the theme of each column? The first column contains a list of humanitarian emergencies, so we add the standard Hexel hashtag crisis. The second column contains a list of groups who are being targeted for humanitarian aid, so we add the standard Hexel hashtag beneficiary. The third column contains a list of humanitarian organizations responding to an emergency, so we add the standard Hexel hashtag org. As we mentioned earlier, you can refine the meaning of general hashtags using attributes. Because they add on to hashtags, attributes start with a plus sign instead of a hash sign. An attribute standing by itself, like +m, would not be meaningful. It needs to come after a hashtag to make sense. Look at the hashtags date and affected. You might ask, what kind of date is in the column? Or the column contains numbers for which affected group? Attributes can answer these questions. Adding the attribute start to the hashtag date tells us that the column contains start dates. Adding the attribute m to the hashtag affected tells us that the column contains numbers of men and boys affected by a crisis. While each column may have only one Hexel hashtag, there's no limit to the number of attributes that you can add. For example, you can combine the attribute F for female and the attribute children to refine the hashtag population so that it refers specifically to the number of girls in the general population. Attributes are also reusable. The attribute children, for example, can refer to any hashtag that describes a column with numbers of people. Now that you're ready to start adding Hexel hashtags and attributes to your own datasets, where can you find them? One option is the Hexel postcard, a small two-sided card that you can carry to work with you, listing all the core Hexel hashtags and attributes, along with a few examples of how to use them. The Hexel postcard is available in English, French, Arabic, and Spanish, and you can download them online. There is also an interactive tool that will help you choose the hashtag and attributes for a column of data by answering a series of multiple-choice questions in English or in French. Thank you so much for joining us in this first of a series of Hexel training videos from OCHA's Center for Humanitarian Data. We hope you enjoyed it and that you will join us for more in the future.